Are you a foreigner or expat who is frustrated with the things in the Philippines? Then this video is for you. And if not, share it with someone you know who needs to hear this. Guys, this video will help. It won't hide those sad, frustrating realities, of course, but I will give tips on how to avoid or ease up your frustrations. So stay tuned. Hey, I'm Leia. Welcome to my channel. I really hope and challenge you to share this video to people you know who have issues with the Philippines. Philippines is a different country than the West, and it's easy to get frustrated if you are not patient enough. But what I'm surprised about those foreigners and expat YouTubers making videos complaining about the issues, and they are not suggesting anything that could ease up the frustration. Some of them are like here for 5 years in the Philippines, some even a decade, and the content is just complaining. Well, it's a good content for awareness, but why not suggest a thing or two to ease it up, to ease your frustration? First up is noise pollution. The noise pollution can actually be avoided. I did it and I'd like to share it with you how. Sadly, it is something you have to deal with here, and it's different noise challenges in the city and different in the provinces. And one common thing is the videoke or noisy neighbor. In the city, the videoke or karaoke, which is now, is actually lesser because there is a city ordinance that no one is allowed to do the karaoke after 11 p.m. So you can actually report them to your local police or barangay if they are not following the 11 p.m. curfew time. I do know a friend who did report to the barangay about it, and it has been dealt with. So if you have a neighbor that keeps singing 24/7, you can report that to the barangay or local police, and you can do an anonymous report if you are worried about them hating you. So the videoke issue or noisy neighbor issue, what can you do about it? You can report to your nearest barangay or local police. The next issue is the noisy, busy street. Guys, if you don't want noisy, busy street, don't rent in a condo near a busy street. As simple as that. I think that will be the same scenario in the West or anywhere in the world, even in Thailand too, because the places I lived in Bangkok, the ones that are like little far off from the main highway, was not noisy at all. Renting right next to a busy, bustling street will definitely be noisy. So if you want to live in a condo but not noisy, choose the ones that are a little far from the main street. Like the one I had in Cebu for a few years is Persimmon Condo in Mabolo. You have to walk like 2 to 3 minutes from the main street to your building, and that makes a difference in the noise. So you gotta be smart in choosing the place for you. I know some of you like the condo type amenities. Yes, you can still enjoy that without the noise if you are smart in choosing the place. So, for noisy street solution, choose a condo that's a little far away from the main street. Or if you can find a house that is really like really way far away from the busy bustling street, then that would be ideal. Now you may ask me, Leia, what if I just discover the noise after renting the place? Maybe I can tolerate it for a few months, but my contract is 1 year. So what can you lose if you want to go out before your contract ends? Usually you would lose your 1 month advance rental deposit. So if for example the condo is 30,000 a month, they will ask for 1 month advance deposit. So that's 30,000. So my question is, will you be willing to lose your 30K or lose your mind? I know a lot who would not want to lose the advance deposit and chose to tolerate the noise. I would be willing to let go of that deposit because imagine not being able to sleep for many months. And then, learn from the experience, do more research for your next rental. In the provinces, the noise pollution challenge are the animals like the roosters and stray dogs or the neighbor's dogs. So, what can you do about that? Now, this is why it is important for you to be able to do research. You research your location before deciding to live there. I am a Filipino and I can't even deal with roosters and constant barking of the dogs. That's a big no no for me. And I'm also a light sleeper, guys, so I'm very careful in choosing a place to live. Before you rent a place, you have to go around the place at different times of the day to check the noise and also to check if there are stray dogs around, all right? If there are roosters in the vicinity, it's easy to spot for roosters because you can see these little houses like this. Now let's talk about noisy malls and coffee shops. Okay, this is very, very important information for foreigners out there because the Philippines is different when it comes to malls and coffee shops. So let's talk about the malls first. The malls for us is not just for shopping, it's also for entertainment and a place of happiness. So that's why you can see how noisy it is because there's music and people talking while walking. There are also concerts and programs being held at the mall. It is rare that you can see a quiet mall in the Philippines, but there are two different vibes in the mall that you have to observe and watch out for. When you want to eat food, consider these two vibes, the fiesta vibe and the socialite vibe. That's just my own way to categorize two different food areas in the mall. And knowing this would help you choose where you would eat. So, the fiesta vibe I'm referring to is usually at the food court. Almost every mall has a food court where it's cheaper option and a lot of variety of food in one place. There are many different stalls or kiosks offering different kinds of food and there's common dining area for everyone so there's no privacy. You can definitely hear what the other table is talking about when you are in a food court. I have a video of it last year. I put the link above and also below. So the food court is noisy because a lot of people prefer to eat there because it's affordable and there's music. Music is on because that's what it is in a fiesta vibe. It's not complete without music. It's usually located at the topmost floor or basement area of the mall. Take note, topmost or basement area or the ground floor. If you want to eat in a quiet restaurant, you have to go to the socialite area of the mall where the food, yes, the price is usually higher than those in the food court. Actually, it's a big difference when it comes to price. But if you want to eat in a quiet restaurant, you stay away from food courts and those restaurants that are near the food courts. Look for the socialite restos that's usually located in the middle part of the malls. Or sometimes in cases like Ayala Mall, they are outside of the mall. Now let's talk about the coffee shops. Please take note of this. In the Philippines, there are two types of cafes. Same concept with the mall. I would call them the sociable cafe and the silent cafe. I hope I pronounced the cafe properly. Cafe and coffee shops, right? I pronounced it right. So the sociable cafe, these are the places where the Filipinos meet up and connect. And sometimes it's even used for meetings. Yes. These coffee shops are for that. But there are coffee shops that are meant to be quiet for those digital nomads to work, those who need to concentrate and focus on doing online work. For example, Starbucks are always noisy because it's where the people usually meet up and talk and mingle, and you can even meet new people there. You can even start a conversation with anyone there. It's a cafe for socializing. And people who go there are open to start a conversation with anyone. But in Bo's Cafe and Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf in the ground floor of Ayala, it's quiet because it's where most people come to work. So you can see a lot of people in their laptops, not talking. I know because those are the places that I used to go when I want a quiet place to work in Cebu. In Dumaguete, they have this particular coffee shop named Silent Cafe. The cafe is designed to be silent and serene, perfect for introverts, for reading or for working without distractions. And also, there are co working spaces anywhere in the Philippines where you can work without any noise distractions. And most co working spaces in the Philippines have free coffee. The co working space in IT Park in Cebu, coffee is part of the package. My go to co working space in Cebu is the name of it is The Company. They also have spaces to rent out for conferences, and I availed them many times for meetings and conferences. So before you complain about noisy coffee shops in the Philippines, know which type of coffee shops are you running into. And if you want to work and you're not sure if the coffee shop is the sociable or the silent one, go to a co-working space. So generally, guys, I don't do well with noise. I'm also a light sleeper, so peace and quiet is my thing. It's not just a Western thing, okay? It's a personal choice whether you're a Westerner or not. So of course, if you choose to live in a city center, you can't expect peace and quiet. And in the provinces, if you're not careful to check if your neighbors have a lot of dogs or roosters, well, you will suffer for that. But you can always transfer. You will lose your monthly deposit, your 1 month deposit if you transfer early. But I think I'd rather lose my 1 month rental deposit than lose my mind. Most of the provinces are actually quiet, guys. After 6 p.m., it's quiet. Let me just cite the places where I experience it. I experienced it in Camotes Islands, in Oslob, Cebu, in Dumanhog, Cebu, in Palawan, in Puerto Princesa, in Port Barton, San Vicente, Palawan. Those are just some places where after 6 p.m., people are done with dinner and ready to go to bed. I remember in Puerto Princesa, we went out around 7 p.m. to look for dinner, and oh my gosh, there was none. And good thing we saw like a place near the beach and talked to someone asking for guidance where can we find somewhere to eat dinner. And we didn't know that they are actually a restaurant. So they opened the kitchen for us. They were so nice and kind, and yeah, they serve us dinner. So basically, generally, you can avoid the noise by just making a good choice. Ooh, that rhymes. I want to say it again. Avoid the noise by making a good choice. Guys, if I was able to find a quiet place for many years, so will you. Just really be smart in choosing the place. There's a lot of places in the Philippines that I believe that are more quiet than in the West, more serene than in the West, more peaceful than in the West. Just find that quiet paradise of yours. So, this is episode 1. In episode 2, I will talk about the trash. It's true that there are cases of bad trash management in the Philippines, but not everywhere. Again, it's your responsibility to find a neighborhood that's not doing the same thing. I am in the neighborhood that's having a very good waste management, and it is possible to find a responsible neighborhood. Do you know that Davao is an award winning city when it comes to cleanliness? Davao is the second cleanest city in Southeast Asia and the cleanest in the Philippines. So, if cleanliness is number one in your criteria or priority to live in the Philippines, go to places like Davao, and even Iloilo is having a good reputation of that. I am surprised vloggers are not flexing that. All they do is complain. Also, I will talk about the infrastructure and a very, very important hack in dealing with government agency in the Philippines. So you don't have to wait long and spend your whole day there. This will be a very important hack, so don't miss it. Stay tuned for part 2 and make sure that you are subscribed. And if you want to be notified, click that cute little bell button below so you get notification when a new video is up. Commenter shout out for today. Hi Clint, hi Dave, hi Leo J, hi Chris B, Kevin, Dean, Scott Story, Steve, Cosmic Guy from Chicago. Thank you guys and see ya.